What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? How is everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great holiday, and I hope everybody's having a good time because actually this is still the holiday. Turkey Day was yesterday, Thanksgiving. So I just hope everybody's doing well out there. I know I hadn't did a video in a few weeks leading up to now because just been quite busy trying to get some things done, and the sun is killing me. Mind if I put on my sunglasses, if I can find them. It's amazing to me how I'm going inside and not transitioning from dark to light. So it's amazing to me how things get lost in such a small space. I have no idea how I kept up with things back in the day. But yeah, the sun is bright. The temperature is around, 45. Real pleasant temperature. But that's really not what I want to talk about today. I had some updates. I really hadn't did anything to the roof like I said I would. Just didn't get to it. I did add the stealth outdoor antenna, which I wish I could have documented it a little more, but I did not. I'll be able to show it here in just a minute. Those of you who are not on the Facebook page, go to Ramon Reddick, that's REMONE REDDICK, and send me a friend request. I do a lot of up-to-date things on there day to day, so I took pictures of it, and a lot of those guys on there know about it. And it's working great. It's working well. I priced some wine guards, I believe they were, or something like that. I priced a few that you stick on the windows, and having one on top, I really didn't want to fool with that. So one being where I placed it, it's actually an indoor antenna, and I actually took every orifice, every opening that I could find, and I just sealed those off with F26, and even the bottom, because I took it apart. And on the HDTV, when you're around the city, you can pick up free channels, but this thing has a microchip inside of it. That's the difference. I guess that processes the digital signal, and I knew I needed to seal that up. And let me show it to you right quick. Like I said, I got it mounted in the most discreet place I could think of. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and show you the back. The sun is right there. And you can't see it from here. You can't see it from here. You might can see it just a little bit. I mounted it inside the spare tire. It's not actually in the spare tire. It's sitting on that bracket that holds the spare tire. And I thought that was pretty cool. That space is idle space. I still can change the tire out with no problem without dilly-dallying with it. And I'm going to try to get y'all in there so y'all can see it. But as you can see, it's just sitting right there. F26. I got a zip tie, but that bungee, that stretch bungee is the main thing holding it. And it's just fixed right there. I still can telescope the rabbit ears, which I hadn't had to. And it picks up a great signal. See, the problem is, inside the van, as you know, and like I said, this is just an indoor antenna, about $8 or $9, maybe 10, an RCA, and like I capped it all off and just mounted it there, and I ran the wire inside to TV, and the wiring runs. I didn't have to drill any holes or anything. The wiring just runs through a little slot right here in the crack of the door. There is a little room right there. And that's pretty much it. It works flawlessly. So inside the truck, this thing is covered with insulation, and I call it my polar package, wall-to-wall reflectix. That acts, I'm not going to say like a Faraday cage, but it blocks out every signal that comes in there, and including digital TV signal. The signal is horrible. You can't even watch it. But once I mounted it outside of the coverage, outside of all the reflectix that's covered over the whole entire roof and every wall and the windows, this thing worked like a dream instantly. So anybody want to mount that? If you have a spare tire on the back, that's a quick, easy tip where you can mount an antenna if you want to catch some free channels if you're near a city or in a city. Now, out in the boonies, you're not going to get a signal because there's just the way it is. You have to have you some DVDs or something, or Blu-ray player, I don't know. But that's it on that. Now, Another thing I want to show. Oh, actually, I want to. I'm gonna have to get my keys and open up the back box to show you what I'm finna do with that. And you notice wintertime is coming, so I went ahead and I put the propane back in here. But I want to thank a friend of mine. Consider him a friend of mine. Y'all know this guy. He actually sent me. I want to thank him for that too. I thanked him already, but I want to definitely thank him. He sent me a little thing that I can measure my digital, the voltage on my battery. I'll show it to you. It's a little dilly-dally. It's real nice. And I've been using it, and it's pretty cool. And I've been just tracking the status of the cranking battery more or less, you know, because I can just plug it into the cigarette lighter and do it. I don't know what you get. I don't know what you get these at, but he sent this to me, and it's pretty cool. And I really thank him for it. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. And you know, this thing has been pretty cool. I keep it right on the dash. You know, it's opening up some more ideas for me. But with that being said, oh yeah, go over to Kevin's channel. That's Camper Van Kevin, and go ahead and subscribe. Great channel, a lot of good content. You'll love it. You'll be glad you did. But when saying that, I'm gonna move on to the next thing I want to discuss. Well, and I need those keys to discuss it. I don't want to run long on this video. I don't have a timer or nothing set up because I get long-winded. But I just want to show people this. Like I said, wintertime's coming. And I've had a few issues, not to do with the weather. I had a rear wheel cylinder go out on me. It's been replaced since then. I had some thermostat issues. I replaced that since we last spoke. And like I said, just those things just come with the territory. I carry an extra thermostat, and now I'm carrying of course I carry an extra rotor button, and I'm planning on upgrading all this. Now I'm gonna open this up. It's a little junky in here, but I gotta do some more downsizing. But this 45 quart, I think this is not a 45 quart. I forgot how big this is, but I know it's called a Tough Tote at Walmart. And I just want to show this thing. It's pretty neat. I'm going to show that this 20, oh, I dropped my keys. This 20-pound, propane tank fits perfectly in this tote. I mean perfectly. I was worried about that because my idea was to be able to put a full-size tank in there so I can have easy access all over the place for gas. And I didn't want to get a small, I guess they call it a Manchester tank, because then nothing wrong with this, and I'm going to refill that one actually, I think, because it's cheaper. But ever come a time where I can't refill it and I need gas, I can just swap it out. The smaller tanks, you can't do that because they're less popular, like the Manchester one, which is half that size, and it's, I don't know how many, I think it's 10 pounds or 11. They make a few that's smaller, but I didn't want to be trapped like that, you know. I wanted it to be optional. And I measured this tote thinking that it would fit. When I first put it in, I didn't take an account for these, and it wouldn't close. And I rushed to judgment and thought it wouldn't work. And I said, well, I need to scoot it to the middle, because I also have 3/4 inch plywood at the bottom of that. So I moved it to the middle, and hey, it shuts and it closes down perfectly, no problem. Put your lock on it, and you're good to go. You got your propane. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of those propane monitor things on it. So you can tell how much in there. I'm gonna have to turn it sideways, and I'm either gonna go with the hole in the bottom or hole in the top, and we're gonna snake that thing around, maybe zip tie it to the railing there and inside the truck to I might have a quick connect. I don't know, I was thinking about having a quick connect or some kind of way to disconnect it out here, because when it's not in use, I don't want the chance of propane gas escaping in the inside. You know, it'll be all out here. I only use it when I'm woke, and I definitely have to get a CO2 detector. You know, those mount to the floor, closest to the floor as possible. And that's the plan on that. That'll solve all the heating issues. Those little heaters, they're our dreams. They'll work perfectly, especially with a tank. Because swapping out the little tanks, man, I've did that before, and that gets old quick, and it's expensive. And, you know, it take up so much room. You know, it's like you're going to buy 10 little tanks. Just have that one back there, fill it, and you should be able to go full winter with the right insulation. if you're not in an extremely cold place. And even if you are, man, you can put 2 in there. You know, so you can double up with the stores. I got mine full of junk, and I got to purge that out. But those are the updates I wanted to make right now. Anybody that I forgot to thank, I want to thank them too. You know, I always forget people to thank. And let me see, is there anything else? The pump is working great, and this little deal here. I know people see things smoking in the video sometimes. That's this. It's a, I think they call it sandstone incense deal. And I burn an incense from time to time to relax. And I keep it here, and I got double-sided tape on there just to keep it mounted to the DVD player. And everything else has worked perfectly. I've been purging out space again. I'm always doing that. My little monitor here, it's been working flawlessly. I've had no trouble with it. I'm at 80% on my battery. As you can see, 80. It stops at 40. I have never gotten it to 40. It's always 60 and above. And that's worked perfectly. The inverter, flawless. Got 2 big power strips hooked up to it. One right there, and of course one right here. And it's worked flawlessly. Everything's worked flawlessly. Like I said, I've had a few mechanical issues, and sink pump flawlessly, you know. But those mechanical issues were, you know, just things that happen, you know. But I'm not going to burn your ear up. I'm going to let everybody go. God bless America. God bless America. Oh, yeah, my location? Yeah, just off the highway. I don't know if y'all can see everything. There's nothing around here. A few businesses and just a bunch of empty nothing. But that's fine. You know, it is what it is. It's comfortable. You know, only thing that'll make this better would be those fast food restaurants over there. A lot of truckers are running over there to those. I don't want nothing to do with them right now. I will eat fast food every now and then, but I'm gonna try to, you know, I would love to have like a domestic fridge or something in there where I have some fresh meat. I could whoop something up right quick. That'll be right on time. I'm picking up a signal. There's some games coming on. Maybe I'll check out those games before I head back on the highway, trying to reach my destination. I got a destination this time. But that's it. That's it for now. Like I said once again, God bless America. Everybody take care of y'all. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And we will see you next time, YouTube. Peace.